Alright, this week's ENS Daily Draw theme is Thanksgiving turkey, but I didn't want to leave other birds out, so I said Thanksgiving turkey or any bird. So, I'm going to draw an owl here. And get I'm going to characterize it a little bit, which is not out of the ordinary. I like to take an animal and kind of cartoon it up a little bit, so that's going to be its head. And so just a square, set these guides up, and it's going to be resting on, I'm going to draw its body, which is something like a very stretched out oval, a little modified. Get my center line here. Owls are great. They can really crank their heads in a lot of different directions. So I'm gonna get my center line there. Just kind of set up my parts. Need his wing here. And then tail part there, tufts of his feet area. Give him some gnarly clawed feet there. And owls, or at least some of them, look like they're sort of wearing a mask, so I'm going to kind of play that up a little bit. So I've got all these parts divided out. Really thinking about the design here that I want. Going to set these eyes. Really, the eyes are, say like that, but his brow is going to be covering that part. I'm going to make that a little bushy, give him a little attitude here, and set these into darkness a little bit. Set these so he's got his mask part, and then some real deep shadow area here. I want to make sure I got his eyeball part working there, the pupils. And the thing I like to do when I'm doing cartoons here is, even though the owl, of course, is fluffy everywhere, just going to indicate a few areas where it's fluffy. Part of the design part there, it's kind of pick and choose. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Take a kneadable eraser and just going to sketch him up here. Get his eyes really working there and leave room for the highlight part of the pupil. The main thing that I like to do with eyes is make sure that they're the correct size and the correct spacing, and then that these guys are in the right size in relation to each other. So give him some attitude here by just cranking his eyebrows down that way. Gonna be kind of fluffy white eyebrows. And I'm gonna choose to sort of chisel that into an angle, and owls, what I like about their design is they kind of have a natural head break. A lot of them do, at least I think. Where this feathering is a little bit different than this feathering, so and then make sure that I'm gonna go back in there and tone that area. This is a little bit of his wing on the other side. And then we'll just a little bit of indication of where these legs separate. And he's got his furry part. Furry, not really furry, it's feathers, but take him down there. Okay, he's coming along all right. Let's see, maybe a little bit of fluff right there. Really gnarly, these they got some strong mice grabbing feet. Alright, so last little part, go in here and going to just really want to darken up his eyes up in here. I'm going to take about one tone here and use it hopefully all over. This is my initial plan. So those dark, kind of taking some liberties here, but that's what is the fun of sketching. So, gonna kind of really quickly just chisel in this indication of his feathers there. And I like to darken my pencil line by going it over with the marker. Kind of solves a couple problems at once. And go in here, and his wings are darker than this inside part. This inside part still got a little bit of a pattern to it. Okay, I like that. Get it a little bit more dark down in there. I think that will about do it for ENS Daily Draw. Doing some quick sketching. If you sketch up a bird or a turkey, hashtag it and post it with Instagram to ES Daily Draw.